Just starting more seeds now that spring is officially here, or tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is when it's officially here. I'm showing you the cucumbers that I moved into my sea snail yesterday. They did really well. They even adjusted really well despite the midday transplant, even when it was about 80 degrees. They did super well. Really proud. I do have some more cucumbers. I think first thing we're gonna do this morning while the temperatures are still somewhat cool is go ahead and get these outside in the garden, and then we will then start some of our seeds. I have cucumbers. These were this soil blocked cucumbers. Soil blocked cucumbers and basil in here. I went ahead and moved some into so these were seeds started in here, you'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and separate them and show you guys a little bit. And I wanna let you know that I moved some of them into this container here. 4 of them moved into here. I wanted them to grow a little bit bigger before I then plant them in the ground, just as a test. This is me up-potting the seed snail method. I also do have some other seed snails that I started. This was zucchini, that's what's in here. Nothing sprouted yet. Okay, so first things first, let me go and show you how these up-pot. And I do have some other cucumber seeds in here, so I think what I'll do is move those into a soil container. Good to see you, Bluebonnet. Good to see you. Happy Friday. So here's if I pull up my little block of cucumbers, these I think I'm gonna go ahead and, so here's the soil blocked cucumber. These are not bad to start in these containers. Oh, it looks like I got something sprouting here. What is that? A pepper? Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a cucumber. So I have a few cucumber seeds that are kind of in different stages. I think what I'm finding is in general, the soil blocks are a little bit squishy for the cucumbers. So I have cucumbers germinating at different rates. But here's where the seed snail method will nicely fit in. Just trying to gently separate these seed snails. So that's another one. Oops. And then another one here. So since these are kind of big, I think I'm gonna go ahead and directly plant these in the ground. I got 4 of them. And then we're gonna take the rest of the seeds and put them in a seed snail and see how they do. But here's one. See, these are cucumbers. These are Market More cucumber plants. We're gonna soil block these out in the garden, and then we're gonna come back and finish starting the rest of these in micro soil blocks. Ooh, so messy. Let me get and then we will also plant a few other items that I've been meaning to start as well. You need to start some of my seeds already, probably doing it. Nice, Bluebonnet. Yeah, there's always more seeds starting, and especially since I continue to lose a lot of mine, well, we're just gonna continue seed starting. Because thankfully, there's a lot of that to go around. Okay, we're gonna take these. I also got some basil in here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and interplant the basil as well. So we're gonna go out in the garden and plant these out. Bluebonnet, you've seen that method last year. Yes, I know what you mean. Bluebonnet. I think I saw it 2 years ago, but it wasn't until this year when I got really serious about my seed starting that I really give it a second thought. Okay, it's about to get hot today, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of this business, getting these soil blocks in the ground while giving the other ones. So here are the ones that I got a lot of other seeds in here, like I said. I got some seeds in here that are at different rates. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and plant these out first though. Hello, Ariel. We're planting out in the garden. We have some cucumbers We're gonna go and plant them out in the garden. It is a little bit sunny today, so we're going to hope for the best here. We're gonna water them well. So we got my shovel, gloves, my 4 little cucumbers and 4 little basils, and we'll just interplant them. I gotta get my water jug. Okay. Ariel, where are you? How are things for you? Okay, where should I plant them? This is always the trickiest part. I have yet to get at my, oh no, I planted something there, right? What was that? Hang on a second. I'm just checking on my, oops. I'm looking at my, sorry about that. Where is my celery still in here? Okay, yes, celery's still alive. Ooh. I feel like something's nibbling on it. Let's give it some water. And then I also planted some other things in here. What was it? Well, whatever it is, I'll just water. Oh, kohlrabi, that's what it was. I don't see them anymore. What? Something came by and ate them. That's annoying. Oh. Well, this kohlrabi's still here. That's good. I'll water those. Okay. Kohlrabi, nice. Okay. Now we're gonna find a place for my cucumbers. Gosh, where should I grow them? Along a good trellis. This weekend, I want to get up my trellises. I have 3 trellises that I want to get out. They are going to be cattle panel trellises that I need to set up. I haven't committed to where they're going to go, but I also do need to support my tomatoes as well. And I have some peas that I think I also planted. I think I planted this somewhere along here. Okay. We're going to plant them here. Yeah, here, right here. We'll do 2 plants. Sprinkle cinnamon on top, Ariel. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Ariel. Yeah, we always have more seeds. Oh, super fun. And then it's 90 degrees, you guys. It's gonna be 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Whoops. The romain's coming in nicely. It's also, I think, gonna be struggling in a little bit. I'm gonna plant here because I think I'm gonna put my trellis up in this direction. I will do 2. I'm gonna do 2, 1 here and 1 there. It's just gonna be on the south side of this is facing south, so it'll be on the south side of the trellis. I'm using micro soil blocking, right? So we got my little cucumber here. We got 1 in here, and get this in here. It's gonna be a little sunny today, so I gotta transplant these quickly and then get them watered. It is 10:30 and it's about, I don't know, 80 degrees already, maybe 70s. Okay, you guys see that? And we're gonna water it in, and then I'm gonna mulch it back up, and hopefully that'll be good enough. Okay, stay alive, little one, stay alive. Okay, another one. I micro soil and block them like this. I find they usually take okay, which is why I do this. Oh, I got a tomato over there that I just remembered I planted. All right, we'll do it right here. I got some really thick mulch. When I do mulch, I try to do it at least 3 inches thick because that's what's recommended. We got some pill bugs in here. Okay. All right. And then here's some more. Let's see if we got these. Oops. Okay, 1. Yay. So you'll see I kind of kept my soil blocks on the drier side. I will, for the remainder of the cucumbers, I'm going to put them in a seed snail and then finish watching them grow, because only 4 of the cucumbers, the ones in the middle for micro soil blocking, are at this size. Beautiful. Oops. Grow, baby, grow. Okay, 2 more. 2 more now. 2 more to plant, and then we can go start some more seeds. In Seattle, how is it? Are you guys getting warm like we are? Or you guys just had some snow, is that right? Oh, somebody already has come by and nibbled on my poor tomato plant. Ugh. What can you do? What can you do? All right, well, 90 degrees this weekend, you guys. Oh, 90, okay, blue bonnets, yeah, it's like almost 100 degrees, how scary. Ariel, I'm in North Texas. It's gonna be 90s this weekend. Low 90s, so not as hot as Blue Bonnet. Blue Bonnet is, I think, a little bit more southeast than I am. Of course it's raining. It's Seattle. We could use some rain. It's been really dry all winter long, actually. It's been pretty dry. Where was I going to put my other one? Oh, right here, I think. Right here. I was going to put my other... Should I put it... okay, so I have these herbs that I think are going to need some protection from our brutal south sun. So you got my little thriving thyme, and I'm thinking of just putting my cattle panel like right over this to give it a little bit of shade. I think that's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, oh good, my little peas are coming out. This was what was meant to climb. And then I'm gonna get my cucumbers in here too, so that when the peas are done, my cucumbers can grow on it. Ah, good thinking, good thinking, me. I gotta get my cattle panels up though, and I gotta be careful not trampling. That's gonna be a tricky thing, not trampling while I'm trying to put it up. I'm gonna put a little bit more central. You'll see I have some parsley interplanted here. One of the things I'm gonna do, oh, I forgot to plant the basil too. Oh, okay, well, let's get that going. I got some, these are garlic and onions here. This is a bulbing onion, and those are 2 garlics right there. So we'll plant it right here. Gary, you just had some trauma that was planted before the freeze, but nice, Gary. I also am planting tromboncino squash. I don't know where it is. I literally threw the seeds all over the garden. And I'm just planting the cucumbers from my microsoil block. These are a little bit drier. I needed them to be like that so I could actually plant them. Oh, look at that. That's already getting a little wilty. But I'm going to plant them out as microsoil blocks, and the rest of them that haven't sprouted yet, I am going to... Oh, is that a parsley right there? Oh, whoops. Okay, not plant there. I'll plant right here. Okay, right here. I like to interplant all my stuff. Here, I'm really trying to test the companion planting theory, so we'll see how it goes. Here's another cucumber. Got to get these in the ground before it gets hot today. They're finally dry. I finally remembered to not water them so I can get them in the ground. So cucumbers, these are Market More cucumbers. I need to get more cucumber varieties. I'll do those for fall. Right now, I have a bunch of Market More, so that's what we're going to use. Okay. I have these snow peas or sugar snap peas actually. So when the sugar snap peas are done, I'll have the cucumbers growing in. We got one right there, and then I think I'll plant the other one right here. Can't forget my basil though, my basil. More parsley. The parsley is just like struggling in the sun. It's just way too much for it. I started a bunch of basil seeds, Italian basil this time. Last year I had a bunch of Thai basil all over the garden. And this year we're going to do Italian basil. So I'm going to remember to plant those throughout as my pest control. I also have marigolds from last year that should be volunteering. I should probably plant some too though. And then I wanted to do purple coneflower too. Gosh, so many things to start. I think I'm going to try the purple coneflowers in a seed snail though, because the seeds are rather big. Okay, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, cucumber. I know it's hot. I gave you a good drink, and we're going to cover you with mulch. So grow well, grow well. Okay, and we had a few of those basils. Remember those basils in here? I'm going to plant these too. Cute little block. I think I'll plant it here. Basils love sun, right? We'll plant it right here. I also have last year's, oops. Like I said, we're gonna use basil. Oh, maybe I should plant it in this spot. Got a lot of weeds in this section. Oh, wait. Oh, I heard, you know what I heard? I heard some of these native creepy crawlers are actually legumes. That's what I heard. I don't know. I don't remember exactly which ones. I'll have to look it up. We got bait. We're going to put baby basil in here. Here we go, baby basil. Okay, baby basil. Yay! Cover. Baby basil going in. Give it a water. I have 4 baby basils. Should I... Come on, stay alive. Oops. Okay. You're gonna Sean, good to see you. Going to repot your tomatoes soon. How exciting. How exciting. You know what I also planted next to my potatoes? I planted some, is that Cosmos or Marigold? I got both. I planted peanuts. Peanuts in here. I don't see them coming up yet. But I also planted peanuts, like raw peanuts from the store. I was curious to see if they're gonna grow. We shall see. I planted them somewhere in here. I think that'll be fun, using peanuts as a legume instead of bean. I think traditionally when you think of legumes, I think of peas and beans as nitrogen fixers. But like peanuts are fun to grow. I think Gary, you mentioned they're good ground cover crops, and they are. So we'll be doing that. Great. Okay, we got 2 cucumbers planted. Stay alive. And then, oh, I wanted to put the basil in. That's what I wanted to do. Let's plant them here. Just more basil. Basil right here. What are some other plants that you guys use to nitrogen fix throughout the year? Let me know. I think that's what I'm always thinking about, because I always try to think about crop rotation and how I'm going to manage that, just to change up where I grow things. And then also thinking about giving or adding back to the soil without, I mean, compost is one way, but there's many ways we can do it, right? We can add nitrogen back. We could add different compost, or bone meal that people use. Lots of different ways to do it. I'm just trying to find a way that is sustainable, rather than always having to buy a thing of compost or a thing of or bone meal or fish meal, whatever it is that folks like to use. Do you think that basil's situated enough? It looks so floppy. Okay, press down a little bit more. Okay, I think it'll be okay. It's just turned the other direction. Okay, what else? Should I put basil? Yeah, I'll put basil with my potato plants. Why not? Ooh, is that what I think it is? That might be, guys, that might be a potato. Is that a potato or is that a peanut? Okay, that might be potato. We're gonna interplant basil in here. Do basil and potato go well? I don't know, but we're gonna do it. And I will keep you guys posted on how it goes. I have an abundance of basil. The rest of my soil blocks, oh, what else? Oh, I forget, I have some cucumbers in there too. The rest of the cucumbers that have sprouted but are not up yet, I'm gonna put in a seed snail, like I was telling you guys. Basil, grow. Gary, let's see, what here's the thing. That'd be interesting. Never heard of growing peanuts before. Aren't coffee granules? Yeah, I think so. Sean. So we'll be doing that. Okay, planted that. I'm gonna backfill that. Okay, I got 2 more basils to plant out, then we're done. We're just gonna plant it throughout. I'll have a lot of basil. I think what I was thinking is Maybe I could ask my neighbors if they want like a weekly delivery of basil. Because I think I'll have so much basil. I mean, I'm planning to use it as pest protection, right? Like I was saying, and we're just gonna plant it throughout, all throughout the garden. I like the idea of vegetable planting and having neat little rows, but if it's more beneficial to kind of plant everything in a more natural way, well, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, should I water that one? I'll water this. Okay, that one's good. That one's good in there. I'll put more basil next to the sidewalk so people can see that. Okay, one more. And I'm gonna plant it I got one more in here. Plant it super close to the sidewalk. And that's sprouted. Is that sprouted? Is that a basil or is that a cucumber? Oh. Well, whatever it is, it's just all gonna get planted. It's all gonna get planted. What are y'all's tasks this weekend? Bluebonnet, you mentioned that I need to get up my trellises. I think I said that last week. And I also need to finish pruning my last fruit tree, which is a pear tree that I have, a really old pear tree that was here before my time. Uh-oh. Did I just lose the, I think I just lost my basil. Oh well. Okay, well, where did it go? I just had it. It was a little bit of green. All right, well, that's it. Okay, we're gonna plant the rest of these because in here I had some cucumbers that had not yet sprouted yet. Nice. Okay, let's take y'all back. We're done. We're getting out of the sun. Too sunny over here. Gary, you ready for the hot weather? Bluebonnet says it's gonna be high 90s for them. It's gonna be low 90s for me. Let's look at the tatsoi and how well it's coming along with still waiting on those flowers are doing really well. That plant is starting to yellow. Hopefully it's still gonna give me something though. Seeds are still green. Not yet ready to harvest yet, but hopefully soon. Look how big those pods are getting. And then I'll have endless tatsoi to grow from. All right. Oops, okay, hang on. Oh. Oops, wrong direction. Hello. We're getting ready to set up the seed snail situation so I can get the rest of the cucumbers growing in them, the ones that have not been able to sprout evenly due to the tininess of the micro soil blocker. Oh, that's right, you said seed starting. Gary, sunny here. Okay, well, Sean, awesome. Sunny in the UK, awesome. I am going to be caging and trellising tomatoes as well as planting. Nice, exciting. I got some watermelon here. I have some watermelon soaking. I have a few things that I've been meaning to get in. I already went ahead and threw seeds around the garden that I already pre-soaked, but I also have some watermelon seeds that I wanted to try in the seed snail method, so we'll see how that goes. It is hot enough for me already. Really do not enjoy sweating. Me too, Gary. I feel you. And you know, every time you tell me that you start your cool season crops like your broccoli and your cauliflower back in July, I know it's the right time, but physically it is like, actually July is decent. It's August that's worse, right? It depends on the year. Last July was decent. August was miserable though. I gotta, my newspaper flew away, hold on. Oh my gosh, yeah, so Gary, I'm really motivated to have some Christmas tomatoes, or Christmas carrots rather, but every time I think about having to start in July, I'm like, I don't know, it sounds quite miserable. Okay, so I got my little tray station set up here. And then we are getting a piece of plastic. I already pre-cut that. Pre-cut that. I find that the best kind of plastic is probably your, and I'm gonna keep it kind of short. I think with our heat wave, I think this is gonna allow me to keep better tabs on my plants and make sure that they're not dying out there in the sun. So this is kind of a modified way for me to work with our little heat wave situation. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna put some soil in here. Seed snail start all of my, I'm gonna do it this direction so I have a clear top. I'm gonna need to remember to moisten this so it's not so like this looking. Trying to keep it as neat as possible if there were such a thing. I was gonna say, as you guys know, I like to micro soil block, and I was saying how my biggest struggle is the really big seeds, but perfectly, yeah, I think the seed snail fits that gap for me. You guys know I don't use micro soil blocks the traditional way, which is getting the next size up. I like to specifically focus on where I think I really need it. And it is like this, it is just to get them to sprout, right? Just enough to get my seeds to sprout using a micro soil block. I feel like that's where you really get your money's worth. And then from there, you can kind of do whatever you want. But for me, it's important to like visually see the sprout. So we got this. Oh, let me fill it out a little bit more. And then wet it. Wet it. Whoa, okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Probably work better if I misted it or something. But we got this, and let me find all the seeds actually. Oh, and happy first day of spring, Sean. Where is Seed Addict? Seed Addict is, do you like cactus? I like cactus, but I don't grow a lot of it. I haven't yet learned how to cook cactus. I know there is a type, and I specifically like to grow my own food. So if there's any cacti that is edible, that's the one Nopales, right? I know there's Nopales, but there's a specific variety of cactus that I know that you need to grow that is edible. Not all cactus is edible. So we'll explore. I'll have to figure that out. Let me see what you guys are saying. Well, don't like the evening, Bluebonnet. I will. Yes, yeah, Bluebonnet. The tricky thing though is when it gets so hot and you're trying to transplant stuff, unless your plant is like really well off, transplanting happens best in the evening, right? So it's like, I don't know, miserably hot. Oh, we'll figure it out. I'll need like a fan blowing and a mister going at the same time for me to be comfortable starting my winter seeds out in July. August and September for brassicas. Okay. Okay, good to know. Oh, okay. Bluebonnet. Gary, you're saying we have so much humidity you have to wear a cap just to keep. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Thankfully, we're a little bit drier here, though we do have our humid days. We do have our humid days. And then you're saying, Sean, I will say bye for... Okay. Okay. See you, Sean. Have a wonderful day in the garden. Okay, I'm going to flip this over just so I can show you guys how I'm going to lay out these cucumbers. So I got my soil blocked cucumber. I mentioned that micro soil blocking with such bigger seeds prevents me from being able to properly sprout all my seeds evenly. So I'm going to take the micro soil blocked cucumbers, put them at soil level, and get these to finish sprouting because they did not finish sprouting in my micro soil block. And I'll plant them, yeah, maybe 2 inches apart. We'll see how they do. I already have some, let's see. We're just going to plant this all at top. Do I have any? I'm just kind of digging through. Oh, here's one. Here's one that did not sprout. Excellent. Here's another one that did not sprout. We are no seed left behind. Do I have any more in here? Oh, this one is sprouting. This one's sprouting, and we're gonna get it in here. Beautiful. So it can finish its growing. Does this have anything in it? Nope. Oh, here's another sprouted cucumber that we are gonna plant in here as well. I might have some really close planted cucumber, but oh, here's another one in here that didn't sprout yet. So we're gonna put that one here. Any other ones? I still have quite a few actually. This one. Okay, let's just, and actually I don't have to do it this way. I could do it from the top, but since mine are actually already growing in blocks, I think it'll just be easier if I do it like this, because then I can lay it flat as opposed to trying to poke it into the soil when it's already sprouted like this and risk injuring it. So we'll do that. Okay, I think I got most of them. Oh, one more seed here. A lot of seeds that I put. Yeah, I had 20 seeds in there. Anything in here? Are these sprouted? Okay. The rest of the soil I will recycle and reuse. Ooh, I also have a kombucha squash, which is a Japanese squash variety that I got from the store. And I've been meaning to plant that as well. Okay, one more seed in here. Actually, two more seeds. Oh goodness, there's a lot. My seed snail is a little bit small. We'll figure it out when we get there though. Was that sprouted anything? Oh, one more. I don't know if it's an empty shell or not, but we're gonna plant it. Beautiful. Oh, always plant it as deep as it is wide. So, oops, that one's two together. Got my little, plant it here. Okay, I think that's it. That, and now we're gonna roll it up. Oh, let me put a little bit more soil just to cover those seeds at the top here. The top here, cover those seeds. Cover those seeds, excellent. Okay, and now we're gonna roll it up. Sean, thank you for always being so supportive. What are you guys most excited about growing then? Question, so when it gets so hot like this, what do you guys do to try to take advantage of it? I know it's a little unbearable being so warm. I think for me, I think about it as like what sprouts at really warm temperatures. That's always what I think about when I am starting, or when it gets really warm. I try to take advantage of the cool sessions or the hot sessions to plant seeds. That's what I try to do. Oh, I'm gonna fill the bottom here a little more. So while it's not encouraging to start any cool season crops, I will definitely be starting some more warm season crops, right? Like the pumpkins I mentioned. Okay, we're gonna roll this up now. Rolling tightly. Like I said, I already moistened it, so these should stick pretty well. It almost feels like I'm rolling sushi. Roll. It's starting to come out the bottom here, but that's okay. We are almost done rolling. Oh, now I forgot. Oh, that's my corn in there. Now I need a container. We're gonna use this. We gotta use something a little bit tighter though. This one's a little too loose. What do I got here? Maybe I'll just use this one. The styrofoam cup is on its way out anyway. Okay, like this. Okay, so there we go. We'll see how this goes. We got cucumbers in here, some of which have already sprouted, so we'll see how this goes. I'm just really excited to see it grow thickly. Did I show you guys my other one? Where did I put it? This is what it's going to look like. These are some transplanted cucumbers that I'm just letting grow. I took them out of the microsoil block and I'm putting them into here to let them grow a little bit bigger. They already have roots that are about 4 inches long. Even though they grow in the microsoil block, they're already pretty long. So we're gonna put them in here and let them grow even longer, and then put them in the ground. These are the cucumbers. So hopefully that one will also turn out the same way. Hopefully this little babe will also turn out the same way too. I am going to find like a really light cover for it. This will work. It'll fly away. That will also fly away too. I got this. I don't know. I'll have to do something like this. That's what I'm thinking of. Gary, you're saying outside of fruit trees, I like watermelon the best. Okay, how exciting, Gary. I'll have the yellow, I'll have my big yellow watermelon growing again, and then I'll also do like the little crimson red one. I have that one, and then I also have the one that has like almost like a black, is it black diamond? I forget what it's called. Okay, we're done with this. Let's see how it grows. These are cucumbers. I don't have any labels, but I'll know when they grow. All right, I gotta clean up my space here. Clean up my space. Oh, so much better. You want to grow cantaloupe. Okay, Bluebonnet. In Texas, we're really well positioned to grow melons, I find. Because it is important to plant during spring, because you want them to grow big. And then as soon as summer hits, when there's a lot dry heat, that's when they get really sweet. Like as the fruit is ripening, that's when you want it to, and it's like the best. Unfortunately, it's also the time where I get lots of rats gnawing away at my melons, because that's the dry time of the season. There's not a whole lot of water, so the rats will come and look. That's why I save these dough. These bigger ones work really well, and I just encase my whole melon in it. It's a pretty good deterrent, because the plastic is somewhat tough, and so the rats have to take a lot of time chewing away, and it makes them more vulnerable because the watermelons are usually out in a more exposed area too. So yeah, these work double time, not only for me to start seeds, well specifically the larger ones I save for watermelons though. I find even doing something like this, pretend this was your watermelon, even something like this is enough to generally deter them, because it almost feels like a trap for them, right? And I feel like most of them are pretty wary of those little black holes. So anytime there's like something in over the head, it's an enclosed space that they didn't make themselves, generally they are wary of. So even when I do something like this, it will deter them. That is unless they're really hungry and there's nothing else to eat though. So yeah, that's what I do. I've had decent amount of success with it. I would say because I grow so many melons though, sometimes I lose track of all the melons that are growing, and if I have to uncover them every day, right? I do have to uncover them every day because I don't want them cooking in that plastic shell. And when I forget to cover certain ones at night, that's when I lose some. But otherwise, it's a pretty fail-proof method. I will get a plastic bag for this. Now that I'm thinking about it, we'll just use a plastic bag. Plastic bag. Like newspaper container. This will be the perfect lid for my for this. Yeah. Oh, it's actually a little tight. Beautiful, and it's long enough that it won't fly away too. Nice. There you go. Nice and cozy in there. Let's see, I'm gonna plug in my little battery here so we can have, what are y'all saying? Well, the screen is a little dark, which is why I'm leaning in so much. Crimson sweet is always good. I will also grow a couple of orange. Okay, you call it orange, but are they also known as yellow? I think it's the same, right? Because when the yellow melons turn really orange, or they turn really orange when they're ripe. I don't think I have so like this is the one that I have, and I already have them pre-soaking in here. No, wait, those are my yellow watermelon ones. Do I have these? what is this? Tomatoes. Oh, I have a bunch of different seeds in here. Okay, not bad. I think I mostly have my yellow watermelons in here. We're gonna get those out, and that's what we're gonna... I also want a micro soil block. This has like the weirdest name. I think technically it goes by yo choi, or yo tai in Mandarin, but it's just like another green, which I'm gonna start. We'll just micro soil block this. And then I also have the watermelon seeds that I wanted to seed snail as well. Thank you, Blue Bonnet. Crimson? Okay, so you mentioned, yeah. Nice. So maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna try watermelon. I know in general they say watermelon can't be disturbed, but I had a friend tell me that watermelon might be good for starting in a seed snail. So we're gonna try that. Ooh, I have this one to work with. Ooh, this will be nice. Yeah, because with my watermelon, I have a few seeds of those. Oh, perfect. This is a Ziploc container. It used to have millet in it. And I just cut it open, and this will work really well. It's a much sturdier plastic than the toilet paper containers. We'll use this to grow watermelon in. I'm gonna fill this, and then I already have my watermelon seeds. I've been pre-soaking for more than 24 hours. It is a large variety though. I know what I have pictured is a smaller variety. Some of the smaller varieties I went ahead and planted out though, so right now what we're working with is a larger variety. I got a seed in here. And you guys already know that I use the native soil mixed in with some compost, as you guys know. Oops. Alright, how many we got here? Oops. Maybe I should roll it in half. That way I don't have to use as much soil. And I don't want my water, I want to transplant my watermelons when they're younger too. So let's just make it smaller, like this. This tight. I'm gonna half this. I don't want it that tall. I just want them sprouted and then ready to go. So maybe we'll just try this. And that way I can use less soil too. That's a good thing about this method. You can make it as small or as big as you want. Yellow flesh is different. Okay, I will be growing orange glow and a cross of an orange glow and crimson sweet. Yummy! Good. You want to transplant watermelon? Yep, that's right. That's right. So I think I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. I just want to start them in here. Yep. Especially with the bigger varieties, the more sensitive they are. We'll see. I do also have some directly planted in the ground as well. So I have some insurance, if you will. But I like how this method will allow me to see something growing first before I then put it in the ground. I love that. Love, love, love that. It's like so important to have that visual. For me, at least. Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll it. This one's gonna be a lot shorter than the other one. Okay. I think for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it up first before I then plant the seed in. Let's see, move it into here. And put it at the end here. Yeah, just taking advantage of that space right there. Beautiful. Okay, a little bit of water to moisten it so it will roll up nicely. A little bit of water. Okay. And then we're gonna roll it up. Today I'm gonna roll it up first. Oops, got some soil on the floor already. Ooh, the only thing about this plastic though is it's not rolling up as nicely. It's not as easy to roll as the softer ones. That's the only tricky thing about this. So that's making this a little bit tricky. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press it down a little bit, see if that allows the soil to stick to itself a little bit more. Okay, let's try that. Still soil everywhere. Ah, messy, 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 messy. Maybe this is why people like working with the longer ones, because they are less likely to do this on you. Okay, now I need a container, as usual. Next, something that I can stand upright in. All right, styrofoam cup it is, because it's a good size. Ooh, all that soil fell out. I do like how it gets tight in here, though. It will. I'm ready to retire my. I'm ready to retire the styrofoam cups soon. Hang on. Messy, messy. Watermelon, this is the crimson sweet one. Got muddy. I want to keep these dry. Oh, soil everywhere. Yuck. Ugh. Can you guys see how I'm very diligent about putting on my gloves? As it is, I always struggle with somehow getting nails under my fingernails anyway. Okay, we're gonna get this in here, and then I'm gonna dump this into here on the top. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna gently press this down. I can't even see my rolls anymore. Okay, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Whoa. Okay, I have already sprouted some okay, I have sprouted a lot of seeds actually. Let's get them. 1, 2. I need to have something to dump this out in. I need something to dump this out in, but I don't want to lose my really tiny seeds. What can I do? I'm saying, good morning, Lisa. I am. It's gonna be 70s. It's gonna be 70s 80s this weekend. So we have watermelon seeds that we're gonna plant in the seed snail method. These are some, generally watermelons recommended for direct sow, just because they have really sensitive roots. Tell me how, or ask me how I know. I had a big watermelon plant growing last year, and I was like, oh, it looks so good. Let's transplant it into the ground. Mind you, I was just taking it out of its pot. I wasn't even like touching the roots much, but it didn't like it and it died on me. But we're gonna try it using the seed snail method. I hear people will start it in here and then transplant it when they're super young, and that will potentially work. Let me drain some of this water so I can access the seeds a little better. I have some vegetable seeds that I also wanted to get started, so I have them like mixed in here pre-soaked, but they're pretty easy to tell from my watermelon seeds that are in there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and plant these. I'll just go ahead and plant a few of these because it is, my soil block feels a little tiny. Okay, now gotta look for my, now I'm looking, oh. Okay, well it was mostly moist, so it stayed together. And all my seeds flew away. Hang on. The dangers of planting on a windy day. The dangers of planting on a windy day. Ah! Oh goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ah! I'm just picking up the seeds first. I got a little bit of dirt on the ground over there. And my styrofoam cup is a little bit off center, which is not helping. I mean, it's not sitting flat either. So, okay, let's hang in there. I gotta pick up some of the dirt that spilled on the floor though. Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Was it? Oh, I found, okay, tiny, what's this? It's not a seed. Okay. All right. We're just gonna plant these in. I was looking for my, as deep as they are wide, which, ooh, these watermelon seeds are slippery now. I was looking for my tweezers. I can't quickly find them. Okay, one there. Let's see how this grows. One there, okay. I don't know, I'm doing them at like 2 inches if I can. When I transplant these, I'm gonna make sure I transplant them in the evening hour. Because the last time I tried to do it, it was during the day, in the morning. So unsurprisingly, they didn't make it. Okay, almost done here. About 2 inches apart is what we're doing. And then the bigger the seed, the deeper you plant them. I have a mix of both small as well as large watermelon seeds, mostly large watermelon seeds though. I'm gonna chop it up with a little more soil. Especially in this ledge right here where I don't have as much. I got a seed in here. Yeah, right here, because I don't think this section got as much soil. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Another one done. Watermelon. Any plans? Dad is going to be back, so no specific plans. No specific plans. It'll be a lot of going outside, playing at the park. And yeah, a lot of playing out at the park. Outside play all the time, every day. Yes, Lisa, it is gray water. It is. Thank you for asking. It is, it was like a pineapple orange juice container that I added water in and swished it up, and then I added rice water in it, watering from the fruits. It is. Let's see. Hi, Shala. How exciting, Zone B. What are you going to be doing this weekend, Shalalia? Mr. K, good morning. Okay, so we got these are watermelons in here. Oh shoot. Okay. I also have some more watermelons in here, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna direct sow those. I'm running out of space here, and I don't want to overcrowd it because I don't want the pain of having to untangle those roots later. So let me get a lid for this. Ooh, perfect. This will work. This will do. We're doing seed snails, and this one was watermelon here. So hopefully we'll see that grow in really nicely. It's well watered and good to go. Nice. That was, and this was cucumber here. These were cucumbers. And now I gotta find a container so that they don't topple over on me. We'll use this one. This will hold these two at least. Beautiful. And that is how we're going to take advantage of this hot season that we're about, this hot weather swing that we're having. We're going to be starting some crops, summer crops that really like it warm, like watermelon and cucumbers. Beautiful. If you're wondering, here what the cucumbers will look like. These are some cucumbers I up-potted from a micro soil blocker. So they transplanted really nicely. I watered them this morning, still looking really good. Okay, excellent. What else we got? Chives. Oh, one more seed. Okay. What about you guys? Any exciting plans, Lisa? Any exciting plans, Lisa? What about you guys? What were you saying, Lisa? What were you saying really about? I also have some chives that I've started before, but I want to start more of them. So this is another thing we're gonna do. Chives. I'm debating, should I start these in a microsoil block or should I start them? We're gonna try a microsoil block. We're gonna try a microsoil block. Chives are cool season crops though, so this one's gonna be a little bit trickier for me to do. These are cool season crops. It's gonna be 90s in my area. I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to plant them or keep them in a shaded area of the garden, like I will for most of my other plants actually, just to mimic cooler temps. Like I'll put them in the shade of a tree. So we got this, and we're gonna do, I got one less seed snail that I can do. So that's what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna do a seed snail. We're gonna do a seed snail. So I'm using this. And this is just a toilet paper plastic. Toilet paper roll plastic. I'm gonna fold it in half. Fill this side with dirt. Actually, we're gonna do a lot shorter because chives don't need to be, do they grow very long? I don't think they do. So I'm gonna make it shorter. Oh, it is about time. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't realize it was already 12. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap today. This is fun as always. I'll be keeping you guys posted on the sea snail progress. I'm live Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 11 a.m. Central. So I'll catch you guys next Monday. Have a lovely weekend. Did your cherry plum? Yes, they have blossoms, Lisa, and the blossoms have now dropped. I see a few, I won't say a lot, a few what looks like the butt of a fruit. So we will be getting something. Not as prolific as the peach tree though. So can't wait to show you guys, and I'll give you guys, we'll probably take a look at it next week. Gary, you're saying I planted some loquat seeds. I can't wait to see, Gary. That's gonna be delicious. My in-laws used to have a loquat tree, but it died in one of the frosts, so maybe in the future. Awesome, good to see you guys. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Have a lovely weekend. Stay cool if you're gonna be hot like me. It'll be 90s, so wish me luck staying cool. Everybody take care, bye.